Hey guys, what's going on? Nick here, Mr. Millionaire Insight. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for tuning in today. So, we are going to be having a topic today that a lot of people have been asking about lately, and it's going to be centered around YouTube and starting your YouTube journey. So, we're going to be diving into a little bit of my journey on YouTube, a little bit of how I started, and a couple of tips and tricks as to what you need to know before you start a YouTube channel and what you need to know about growing your YouTube channel. Now, most of you are usually on here when I talk about the digital products that I promote, but I figured for so many people that want to find a little bit of diversity in their marketing, diversity in their approach, um, we wanted to discuss about the ways that you can involve YouTube to make a difference into your marketing, right? And just to, if you've been thinking about becoming a content creator, some of the things that I learned along my journey that may be able to help you in growing your channel on YouTube, growing your brand on YouTube, because that's really what it's about. See, most people think that starting a YouTube channel is just about posting videos and hoping and praying that some people watch it, but there is a science behind YouTube. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you all the nitty gritty here about the approach to YouTube, and hopefully we can dive into some more once I set a later date to kind of go into a deeper dive because I have a little bit over an hour here today. So we can do that. And at the end, I am going to cover questions. All right. So go ahead and come on in, guys. For those of you who are not subscribers and you're seeing me right now, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of taste of what we're going on with here today. So if you want to stick around and you want to learn the information of how to establish, grow, and scale your YouTube, definitely go up here so you can subscribe. It's literally $5.99. You could do one time or you could do monthly. I highly suggest you do monthly because I'm always bringing value, whether it's for TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, across social media. Every time I learn something, I am committed to making sure that I bring the value, right? So let me see if I can share out the live. Hey, Steph. Hey, Austin J. How are you? Thank you so much for joining. All right, so while I share out the live here today, where's everybody from? Where's everybody tuning in from? Hope you guys are having an awesome day so far. Let's see. Um, let's see. There we go. All right. There we go. Now, guys, if you are in my community, do me a huge favor. Can you post a message in the community that I am live? I completely forgot to post a message in my community. Hey, there she is. I was looking for you, Amy, to try to see if I could find you so I can share the live with you. But yes, so now that we are all here, well, not all here, but now that we have started to have people come in, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of share a little bit of my journey on YouTube and where it is I started. Trust me, it was not easy, and I'm still in the YouTube game, so it definitely is not something that is easy by any means. But I want to dive into a little bit of that. Let me just switch my piece here because this one's going dead. As a matter of fact, let me just take it out. All right, I forgot to check that, but I'm gonna be covering a couple different tips here, but also a couple of things I use along the journey too. So, all right, here we go. So when I started YouTube a long time ago, I'd probably say 2005, I want to say it's 2005. And why I started YouTube is purely for entertainment. Like most of us that are on YouTube, we either go on YouTube for one of two reasons. And I want you to remember these two reasons because it's going to come into play when we talk about this stuff later, when we get into long form versus short form and all that kind of stuff. But you get into YouTube or on YouTube for one of two reasons, either to learn or to be entertained. Hey Harley, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining. No, you did not miss it. Just getting started here. All right. So either you want to learn something or you want to entertain. And YouTube is still the number one search platform other than Google, period. Right? A lot of people go to YouTube for a lot of different things. And it's so funny because people will say, even when they struggle with, figuring something out, like you ask somebody, right? If you're struggling to figure something out and you ask them like, how do you do this? Well, I don't really know. Why don't you YouTube it, right? Just like with Google and YouTube have become very much known for search, right? It's literally replaced what search means, right? Now, I'm old enough to remember when they had platforms like Ask Jeeves and all that kind of stuff, for those of you who are older than 30, right? So that's the whole thing, is that they've become synonymous with search. And with YouTube, it's no different. So if you can literally go into YouTube and put how to and have a whole bunch of things coming up, right? So it doesn't matter whether you're coming to YouTube to be entertained or to learn how to do something, that's going to play into your YouTube journey, right? And it played a big part in mine because I figured from the jump that I didn't just want to be a consumer on YouTube, but I figure it would be a good way to reach more people. And I wasn't, and here's the crazy part. I wasn't even in business yet. I just knew that I realized that people on YouTube could actually earn income, could actually get, replace their job or replace their side hustle, whatever it is, by creating valuable content. I just didn't know the first thing about how you you know what? That's super funny. Super funny. But anyways, like you have people that focus on what it is that you create based on what you search. But the funny thing about that was I knew its value way before I ever even really honed in on making money online, which was crazy to me. Like, honestly, and to you know what? Let's do this real quick. Let's take a pivot real quick, because let's break out the Timberland real quick. Yeah, because that's just, But anyway, hey, how you doing? Is it Javilla? Is that how you pronounce it? I'm sorry if I messed that up. I'm so sorry. But welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah. One of the things I want to lead off with right out the gate is YouTube is not easy. And when I say YouTube is not easy, it's not simply just creating content and putting it on YouTube and hoping that you get people to view it. Just like any other social media platform, there are things that need to be in place so that you can get people to actually find your videos. Because I don't know if you guys heard this stat before, but there are millions of videos. I think it's 10 million videos created on YouTube every single day.
Like, I forget the actual daily stat, but I should have probably pulled that in my notes here. But it's literally millions of videos that are created on YouTube. So it's not going to be easy to start the journey. But you have to know that if you're getting on YouTube, you get on YouTube for the long haul. Because if they say Rome wasn't built in a day, YouTube is not Rome, right? But this is the thing you have to remember. Being consistent is what starts that journey, but continuing to push forward with a vision is how you win on YouTube, right? So my journey, I literally started in 2005, and it took me 10 years. So what was it, 2015? Excuse me, 2015, I grew a grand total of 50 subscribers. Grand total of 50 subscribers after 10 years, right? And probably like 2/3 of them were family and friends, right? And I literally was bummed out because I had been working what I thought was hard by putting out content, by putting out funny videos or whatever it is. Like, guys, you should literally see my first video. It was absolutely horrible, right? But that's the thing. When I started out on this journey, when I created videos, I was trying to stick to whatever it is I saw people post. And not because I posted literally 4 pieces of content a day, that doesn't mean that I could even be found, right? See, I get where people talk about content being good on social media. Your content could be the best information on YouTube, but if nobody can find you, nobody's gonna watch your content, right? People have to get that it is a combination of skills that you have to master, including creating a good video that's valuable for you to actually win on YouTube. And see, I want to ask you a question, right? What is your motivation for starting a YouTube channel? Like, I got a couple people in the chat here. Why do you want to start a YouTube channel? Why do you want to use YouTube to grow your business? Give me one phrase or one term as the reason why you want to grow on YouTube. Put it in the chat for me. Put it in the chat for me. What is the reason why you want to grow on YouTube? If you're here, this is the reason why you're here, because you want to learn how to grow on YouTube. What's the reason? Go ahead and put it in, guys. Go ahead and put it in the chat, because I need you guys to interact with me here, because I don't want to just be at the head of the class just teaching and nobody, no interaction. So let's see. What do you got? Because the thing about it is, okay, yeah, and Amy, I get that, optimization, but why? Why grow your business on YouTube? Why do you think YouTube is going to be the place to help grow your business, right? Because your motivation for starting a YouTube is what's going to be important. That's how you're going to be able to build a vision for your channel, right? And yes, larger audience, that's a good one, right? But I figure, and based on knowing you in particular, Amy, you want to be able to help more people, right? You want to be able to help more people, right? And Harley put, people want to learn and earn 6 figures more than likely. Yes, it's true. But again, I want you guys to go a little deeper, because just like you guys have heard me say in digital marketing, period, you have to stand out from the other content creators, not just on YouTube, but in your industry. So I'll give you an idea why, right? So I am in business as well, right? I want to help people grow their income as well. I want to help people find their purpose, right? That's one big thing, right? I want to deliver content that helps people learn a skill so they can be able to take with them, right? So to be able to help guide people to get skills to find their purpose, right? That is my vision for my channel, right? So when you find your vision, you can be able to set aside to say, these are going to be the pillars of what I use every day to grow on YouTube. So you know what kind of content to create. Once you figure that out, right? You focus on the skill of content creation. You focus on the skill of creating video, because people think that you just slap on some pictures, slap on a your face on there, and you'll be ready to go to create videos. There's so much to the process, and one of the first things is learning how content creation on YouTube works, right? And the first thing we start with that is you do not have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. A guy from an organization that I really respect and admire, and I still use his information to this day, is Think Media. Sean Cannell from Think Media, right? On YouTube. Make sure you follow them, right? Because their tagline is simply this: just hit record, right? A lot of people, especially in my industry, I've come across where they feel like, I'm not good on camera, I'm not good with this, I'm not good with recording video because of whatever you can insert right here, right? But the thing is, you just gotta do it. You don't just happen upon creating content and creating good content. You wake up one day and that's now a thing. No, you gotta be bad to be good to be great, right? So one of the things that you have to understand is how to set up your content on your video, right? So what are we talking about here? Finding your target audience. You can't learn how to properly create content unless you know who that content is going to, right? So when you figure out who that content is going to, you guys that are in my community will definitely recognize this: finding your perfect customer, or finding your audience, your target audience, because that is something that is the most important when you're starting a YouTube channel. You want to be able to know who you're talking to. You want to be able to know not just who you're talking to, but what problems do they have, right? I mentioned earlier that YouTube is about, you either go to either search to figure out how to do something, or you search to get entertained. And most of you here are not trying to entertain people, right? So if you're on here for business, you're on YouTube for business, you want to find out who your target audience is, who your perfect customer is, and what their pain points are, right? So you pick maybe 5 or 10, maybe 15 pain points, and you take those and you dive deeper into each one and create 3 videos based on each pain point, right? So you have your setup where you have your titles for your videos, and you have the pain points that you're going to talk about, but you're also going to talk about how you're going to solve that problem, right? So on top of making sure that you have an idea, that you have a clear vision of how you create content, what problem that you solve, then you know how to best move forward. Let me see. Just want to stop by and tell you I love you and I appreciate what you do. So one save 100. Thank you so much, Ryan. I appreciate that. Appreciate that so much. So guys, when you talk about creating video, a big question I get is, okay, Nick, how long do my videos have to be? Now, and this is going to be a paradigm shift from Facebook and Instagram and TikTok versus YouTube. YouTube is a longer form platform. People go to YouTube with the understanding that they're going to be they're going to be watching a longer video, right? So the more value you have, the better for you. And because of that standard, these other social media platforms are starting to fall in line. Why do you think on TikTok there are 10-minute videos? Because of YouTube and because of the culture that YouTube has created, they want people to create longer videos because they want people to stay on the platform and get the value, right? So when you think about how long to create a YouTube video, I would suggest at least 30 minutes, right? At least 30 minutes. Well, you say, well, Nick, I don't know if I can talk for 30 minutes or if I can, produce enough content for 30 minutes. This is why you have a vision. This is why you have a mission. This is why you have a passion. Find something you're passionate about, center those passions around solving pain points, and you won't have any problems doing no less than 30 minutes. Because you want to keep people on the platform. You want to keep people engaged, right? So understand where this is coming from. You have to go on YouTube with the idea, if you're in business, right? And I get it. There's people in business that, like Mr. Beast, he creates content based on making people happy, making people laugh, and all that kind of stuff. I get that. But most of us that are connected here on TikTok, we're not here to try to make people laugh and entertain. We're here to inform and to change lives, right? We're here to help people grow. We're here to help people change. We're here to help, make that type of a difference, right? Not saying the other creators that do funny stuff, that they don't make a difference, but they know their approach is different to if you have somebody that's trying to teach somebody else how to change their income, replace their income, and we are talking about wealth and wealth creation, right? And that brings me to my next thing. What niche should you pick? Now, you guys have heard me talk about in the past where it doesn't matter the niche that you pick in marketing, right? But that's the major difference, right? When you're talking about marketing, it doesn't matter what niche you pick, right? But when it comes to content creation on YouTube, picking a niche is definitely one of the things that you need to sit down and literally take pen and paper and to figure out which niche you're going to pick. Now, the top three, for those of you who are not in my industry, the top three are either centered around health, wealth, or fitness, right? So when I talk about health, I talk about, working out, eating clean, staying healthy, living a vibrant life, things like that. If you talk about wealth, you're talking about finances, money, understanding the rules of money, how to make money on or offline, brick and mortar, however it is. There's a wide range, right? And then you're talking about fitness, which is actively pursuing like how to work out, how to do all these different things, right? So you have to pick one of those three and then niche down to figure, okay, this is what area of that niche I'm going to focus on once you have that, right? So for me, I'm in digital marketing. I help people establish, grow, and monetize their social media, right? This is what it is for me, right? And a lot of you might have the same aspirations, but what are you going to do online, right? What are you going to do when you're talking about helping people make more money online, helping people replace their income online? Are you going to be the person that talks about the result online? Like you talk about the money you make, you talk about the system you use, or are you talking about the science behind it? There are people that are more comfortable with being the gateway, being the go-between, being that person that just shows you, okay, this is the way you should go, right? This is where you can find that. And then there's people like me on YouTube who will dissect and divide and teach the actual science of what it is a subject can be, right? So you have to figure which direction you are going to go with your style of creating, right? That's what you have to figure out before you even try to attack your first video, because it's going to matter, right? So, next thing is search engine optimization, right? You talk about your length of video. It does not matter if your video is 1 minute long, 5 minutes long, 10 minutes long, or an hour long. I mentioned before that you need to be found on YouTube. And how you're found on YouTube is by prepping your video for search engine optimization, to be found in search, because people are going to be searching for content. So you want to be able to do and set your video up where you are able to be found, and found as quickly as possible, right? So one of the biggest things is how to, right? Even in your title, when you set your video, let's say you have an hour-long video, you have a 15-minute video, whatever it is, you want to set your title where you have, like, let's say a how-to, right? How to get automations in your business, how to use emails to be able to bring income into your business, right? Or why should you, right? Or, those different things will set your videos apart, right? So I want to dive into this real quick as far as long form. How you set your video up. Let's say you did a live or whatever it is, and you want to download your live and then put it on YouTube, right? One of the biggest things that you can do is set your video in such a way that you have your intro, which means who you are, your business, and all that kind of stuff. Like for me, it's Millionaire Insight. So you have your intro. Keep it very, very short. I would say probably maybe 5 to 7 seconds. I wouldn't make it longer than that, because people do have a short attention span. Some people literally have an intro that's 2 seconds long, right? You can create an intro like that on Canva, right? When you do, you could literally create a 5-second intro right on Canva. It's absolutely free. You can do that way, right? And then once you have your intro, you have what you're going to talk about in the video, the problem you're going to solve. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 of the best strategies to make money online. I'm going to show you 3 of the best ways, or 3 of the best apps that I use to make an income online, or to replace your income, right? And then you talk a little bit about your story, right? Why did you decide to do this? Because again, like I mentioned in my previous content, that people like to belong. People want to belong, to feel like they identify with someone, right? So you tell them your story, right? Why it is you decided to do that. And it could be anywhere based on the length of your entire video. If you're doing an hour-long video, you may spend 5-7 minutes on that and just talk about your journey and what you're committed to do to helping people along the way, right? And then you go into the meat and potatoes of your content, where you're actually showing people the 3 ways, or the 3 apps, or the blueprint that you use, the 2-hour-a-day workflow, whatever it is, right? You go into the meat and potatoes of what you're talking about, right? Because you want to keep people engaged. And here's a suggestion: whether you're doing long form or short form content, you want to be able to structure your teaching or your presentation in such a way where you say, I'm going to give you the top 3 apps or videos or whatever it is, right? The top 3 things, but you're going to have to make sure you stay till the end to get my best one. So what does that give them the expectation of doing? If I leave, I'm going to miss something, right? In content creation, the fear of missing out is probably one of the most powerful things you could leverage as a creator, right? They even do it on this platform. Make sure you watch till the end, because I'm going to have my best tip at the end of this video. So keep watching and you continue to go, right? One of the things that YouTube allows you to do is to create chapters in your video, but that's after you cross over 1,000 subscribers, right? So you'll be able to have chapters in your content so people can fast forward to a particular part, but you still want to have that early in your video, so you set that expectation early so you get people to stick around, right? Now, I want to, let me see here. So after you set up your teaching and stuff like that, towards the end is where you talk about where people can find you, where people can continue to interact with you, and you could set your social media in your links below. So you'll tell them, hey, so now that you've learned the skills, if you want to get more contact with me, make sure you go down to the description box. My social media is in the link below. Check out my link tree. I have some other things there for you. Make sure you check that out, and make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you know when I post another video, right? And I want to take this opportunity to talk about this part, which is very important. Like how we've talked about, like me and Amy have talked about times to go live and all that kind of stuff. One of the things that I want to impress upon everyone listening, right, whether you're watching this live or you're watching this after, is you have to make sure to pick a release time for your long form content, right? The more consistent you can be with creating, when you drop content, you will set that expectation for your viewers so that they come back looking for you when you're going to drop content. So you can, and this is the thing, you have to figure out when is the best time to do that, right? So in the beginning, when you start on YouTube, you want to start posting. After you've done the steps that I outlined earlier in this live, you want to start creating videos, and you want to do like 3 to 4 videos a day. And if you do, and I'm not saying do 3 or 4 videos and post 3 or 4 videos. I'm telling you that you want to be able to create 3 to 4 videos a day, and then you release them. You pick a date and you release it on that day, and set up your video on how we're going to talk about here, and then have that as your date of release. And you test that. You test maybe 1 or 2 or 3 days to see how well it does. Once you've gotten to the point where you've posted like maybe 20 or 25 videos, you'll be able to see through your analytics when people are watching your videos or when people are tuning in for your videos, right? So you'll know when to set that expectation inside your content to let people know, hey, I post videos every Tuesday, or I post videos every Thursday, or whatever it is, right? So the idea is to get a consistent schedule, right? So back to video setup, right? So you have your content, you've structured your content how I outlined so far, and then a big part of your video being clicked on, and your click-through rate, which is the rate at which people look at your video on the YouTube search page or the YouTube suggestions, and they click on it. I'm talking about thumbnails, right? Thumbnails are super important because it's what literally attracts a person to watch your video. And you can again use the free resource of using Canva to create your video, right? But once you create your thumbnail, right? So once you've created your thumbnail, there's a couple things to remember, right? You create your thumbnail with the idea that you want to make your thumbnail as clickable as possible. I'm not telling you to put out clickbait, but I'm telling you to design your thumbnail. You could put your background, you could put a little picture of yourself. There's literally things you can do inside Canva to create your thumbnail where you have a picture of yourself, you have a background, you can actually set up your title of your video and what you're going to talk about. You want to keep it very short, but you want to use colors that are attractive, titles that are attractive, like, so let's say you created a how-to video, how to, like, let's use the 3 app thing, or the three strategy thing, right? So you use 3 strategies to make money online. But instead of 3 strategies to make money online, because that's been done and overdone, right? You can do something like 3 strategies to make passive income right now. So what does that do? It gives people something to expect that they have been wanting to learn, but they're going to get the expectation that they're going to learn that in this video. And if they don't watch that video, they're going to spend another however long learning how to do that thing. So when you set it up with a sense of urgency, or you differentiate your title that way, when you say you can replace your income, I'm going to show you 3 ways you can replace your income, or 3 ways to replace your income in 2023, you definitely set yourself up to be more attractive to your viewers, right? So that's how powerful thumbnails are. And guys, I'm going through these pretty quickly here, but each of my points here today literally can be a deeper dive into the actual science of how to create these things, and literally get to the nuances of each one of these steps. But because I have an hour here, I wanted to give you the most important things as quickly as possible, right? So moving on from titles and thumbnails, right? Your description, right? You think just because you created a good piece of content that has value and you have a great thumbnail and a great title, that's it, your work is done. Actually, it's just begun, because your descriptions are, people come for your video, but they'll stay for your descriptions. Some of the best creators on YouTube have their community understands that a lot of the value in their video and a lot of value on their channel is in the description, and a description of what it is they're talking about. So they'll know what to expect when they go to the description of that video. And one of the major things is having a keyword-rich description. What's the keyword? A keyword is a term that can be searched or is searchable on Google or on YouTube or wherever, right? Because you want to be able to have that in there, so you can be like, Google will literally use that. So when somebody types how to replace my income, your video will come up because it says how to replace my income in 2023. Am I saying that you put your title in your description? Yes, sir, ma'am, I am. You put that, be one of the first lines in your content that you put. It's a good idea to put your title inside your description, because it's going to help Google help other people find your video in other ways. Because think about the search results, right? It'll pull up a video. If you search something, it'll pull up a video, and then you'll see, based on what that person searched, those words from your description will actually come up in the search results, and you'll see the word highlighted. So when you see replace income, it'll show here search terms based on replaced income. If you put replace income in 2023, then that's something you can do. But here's something that I learned that's powerful. Speaking of getting your content found, there is a concept called evergreen content. I forget this as a creator a lot of times, but one of the most powerful things I learned on how to create content, I actually learned that you shouldn't date your videos, right? So like I say, hope you're having a great Friday, hope you're having a great Monday, or whatever it is, and you're talking about 2023 or 2022 or whatever it is, right? Creating evergreen content, and evergreen content is content that can be watched and can be applicable to any time period. So when you're creating your content, be mindful not to date your videos, right? Because you could literally go back and, like, I follow somebody named Vanessa Lau. She talks about how she had a video that she created in 2019 that all she does every year is go back and put the new year. So she created in 2019. So for 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023, all she did was go back into each one of those videos and put the current year. What does that do? Even other creators that have more followers than her or more subscribers than her on YouTube, her videos will perform a little bit better because of the fact that she has the current year in her content for that piece of content on YouTube, right? So be careful of in your videos of the dating your videos in any kind of way, right? So like we talked about structure, we talked about the value and the story that you have. But also, I almost forgot. Please don't forget towards the end, or not even towards the end, because you could literally talk about that throughout your video, right? Your call to action. Make sure in your long form content that you're talking about subscribing to the channel or staying in contact with you. You can even do that in short form, but we already know if you're a creator on TikTok, you already know about call to actions, right? But instead of type yes or type ready or whatever it is, you say, make sure you subscribe, so you subscribe for more. It could be as simple as that. Subscribe for more, right? So one of the things about descriptions that's really cool is that you can actually promote your business and your other like affiliate offers or whatever it is. You can put those links in the description. Like one of the things that I do is I actually, if I put a video out like this where I'm talking about creating content, I will actually put the links that I have that I am a part of, the tools that I use in my descriptions in my YouTube videos. So when I actually put this on my YouTube channel, I will actually have the affiliate link or whatever link it is I'm going to use for things I reference in there for people to be able to access what it is I use in real time to be able to help my business, right? So what does that do? Okay, so he talked about this tool. If you go down in the description, the link is down there. You could literally tell people when you mention something like that, or for those of you who promote a blueprint or promote a plan or whatever it is, say if you want to learn the one that I use, the link is in the description. Make sure you check that out in the description box below, right? And they will go to your description to look for those things. That's how you can monetize your YouTube before you actually hit your monetization numbers, right? So let's touch on that real quick, talking about monetization, right? I'm checking my time here. So talking about monetization, right? On YouTube for long form content, you have to hit 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers on YouTube for long form for the YouTube Partner Program. The YouTube Partner Program is simply this. You get paid based on the views of your videos that have ads in them, right, on YouTube, right? So some people may look like, okay, so 4,000 watch hours is a lot. And it is. And they did that because a couple years ago, when it was still the wild, wild west on YouTube, people were getting big numbers super fast, right? They weren't quite hitting 4,000, but they were getting a whole bunch of subscribers really fast because they created what I like to call fly-by-night content, where it's super funny or whatever it is, or super jarring, whatever, and they got a lot of views, they got a lot of subscribers, but there was really no structure to it. And they decided, okay, so to prevent people that are not serious about being on the platform, they set that precedent that you have to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours on the YouTube platform to qualify for the YouTube Partner Program. Now, with the advent of shorts, which is short form content on YouTube, they actually set that at 1,000 subscribers and 10 million watch hours. Why did they do that, right? Because videos are shorter in that platform. On the short shelf, most videos are anywhere from 15 seconds to 60 seconds long on the YouTube platform, right? So you have that amount of time to present your value, but they set that higher threshold because the actual video itself is so short. And it's not hard to get a lot of views on shorts because of the fact that you have your keywords, you have your hashtags, like, you know, the related to your industry, related to your niche, or whatever it is, and you have that set there for you guys to be able to get your content out there on the short shelf, right? So I want to do we talked about how content can be found on YouTube. That is probably one of the major things that you need to be able to get down into your plan as far as creating content on YouTube, by creating searchable content, because you want to be able to create content that are centered around things that people have questions about, have problems about. So you can go to things like Facebook groups, you can go to forums like Reddit, where you can figure out a problem that's related to your industry, related to your niche, related to your channel mission, right? Related to your vision, and answer those problems, right? Like in digital marketing, right? When you're talking about digital marketing, how easy is it to start a business online? Right? That's, you know, starting digital business in 2023, right? Or starting a digital business or an online business in 2023, right? Or if you want to niche down a little bit, you can do a video how to start an online business as a single mom or as a single dad in 2023. That's small but simple difference, right? Or starting a business online, even like starting a business online if you're disabled, right? Differentiating your video like that will make a huge difference in being found on YouTube, right? Now, let me get this expectation out of your head right away. You're not going for viral, right? If it happens, great. But you're not shooting to go viral. You're shooting to bring value. You're shooting to be known for a message. You're shooting to be able to be known for talking and solving a certain things, right? So let me take a second here to go to comments, because I realized I missed a few here. So let me go back and see. All right, let's do it real quick. All right, so Tim Magic said, but if you didn't do your live to let people know about, if you wouldn't get a lot of customers, correct? I would say honestly, doing a live, and I don't know if you're talking about doing a live on YouTube, or you're talking about doing a live on TikTok, Timmy, but going live does not guarantee you customers. Let me set that expectation right now. And we're talking about YouTube Live. YouTube Live is definitely different, because for YouTube Live, you're going to have to set that expectation with the people that subscribe to you, that you're going to be going live on YouTube at a certain date, right? Because people will expect that, just like on this platform, people will tune into lives because they want to connect with the creators that they're connected to feel like they're connected to them in a special way, where they get to get the live engagement, like I'm engaging with you, Timmy, right? So you know about that creator and create that connection, because connection equals income. Right? So I hope that answered your question. It literally, oh snap, I sent people an invite. Lena, I did not mean to do that. I'm sorry, guys. I do this at least once a day, right? Or once a live, right? Timmy also says, but you didn't do, let me see. Also says, so you don't have to show your face. You know what? This is one of the most, I don't know how to phrase that. I get this question so much related to this platform and others. But let me ask you this. Yes, you can create videos without showing your face. However, people don't buy products and services, they buy the people selling them, right? How people buy you, people buy, like, think about any sales process where you never felt like you were sold, right? Every process like that is because of the fact that you have a connection, you established a connection with that creator, right? So can you create videos on YouTube or any other social platform without showing your face? Sure. I've done a training on faceless content. It's on my YouTube channel, right? Follow me at Mr. Millionaire Insight. Shameless plug, right? So I've literally taught people on how to do faceless content. But I know you can't get to the income goals that you really want to if you're serious about doing this by only doing faceless content. Let's be real. It can be done. You can get customers, but you're not going to have sustainable, exponential success unless people get to know you. Right? So yes, listen, you could go out there and I'm not telling you to go do this, right? You could start a channel where it's just some like soothing music and you have videos of like running water. You could do that. You could do that stuff. But if you're serious about being in business and promoting your business and your affiliate offers, your products and things like that, you have to get people to know who you are. Yes, you can do voiceover. Yes, you can do all these different things to still have a little bit of your personality inside the video. Let me address this. Let me address this for real. What I hear when people say, do I have to be on video? Is you're afraid of being judged, right? You're afraid of people saying something about how you look, how you talk, the information you're presenting, if it's good enough, whatever, right? Look at now. I am literally teaching some of the basic principles of how to start a YouTube channel. You think there are TikTokers on here? You think there are people on social media that are watching this right now that are professional creators? Yeah. But the thing about a professional creator, they're not going to make fun of you because you're helping people start out on a platform where they know it's hard to be able to maintain success. They're not going to make fun of you for that. They're going to cheerlead you for that. The people that make fun of you, the people that say mean things about you, the people that judge you, they have no interest in them succeeding or anyone else. So why do you care? Right? Which do you care more about? Do you care more about people judging you and saying mean things to you or untoward things to you? Or do you care about achieving your goal, which is making the income you need to make and being able to live the life that you're trying to live? And to be able to create memories with your family and making a difference. Which is more important to you? Right? My mentor, he talks about which is more important to you. Being able to accomplish your goals for that day or whatever it is, whether you're doing a TikTok live or you're doing a video, which is more important to you? Accomplishing that goal, being able to be that much closer to spend time with your family, or looking at your kids in the face with saying, sorry, we can't go on that vacation today, or sorry, you can't have that Christmas gift today, this Christmas gift this year because daddy was too afraid of being judged on TikTok or being judged on YouTube, right? You want to be able to tell your kids that? You good with being able to give your kids an excuse? Or do you want to be able to create the life that they and you deserve to be able to have those memories? So which is more important to you? And decide, since you know that people don't buy products and services, they buy the people selling them, that you understand that this is what works fastest. This is what is the most powerful, right? So let me go into the last bit here, right? So we talked about creating content based on pain points, right? We talked about promoting the problems that you solve versus the actual features of whatever it is you're talking about. Don't just talk about the blueprint. Don't just talk about the system. Don't just talk about the tools that you use. Talk about the benefits that it actually brings to you. Talk about what it is, that solution that you provide. Talk about what solution that gives you. You don't talk about automations. You talk about what the automations give you. It gives you more time. It gives you time to create memories. It gives you time to have that quality memory, that quality moment with your family, to be able to not miss recitals, not miss these different things with your family, be able to go on the things that you need to go on, want to go on, and just spend time, right? Giving you your time back, right? So I don't care if you're in finance and you're promoting a way for people to understand money or whatever it is, you're helping people budget or whatever. What does a budget bring you? It brings you the peace of mind of knowing where your money's going, right? If you're in fitness, you're in health and fitness, right? You don't just promote a workout or an eating plan. You promote living a longer, healthier life to be there for your loved ones, right? So you promote the solutions. You talk about the solutions. So people are motivated to keep watching your content, because not only are you giving them real-time actionable steps to achieve the goal, but you actually get a chance to show them what that life feels like. The minute you master that is the minute you will have content that's instantly valuable on YouTube, right? So we talked about how-to videos, right? We talked about the value of going back and updating your video. So if you created a video today, if you do not date your videos in the video where you talk about, hey, it's Monday, or hey, it's 2023 or September 2023, you can't put that back out until September of next year, right? But if you date your videos, that stops you from doing that. So if you don't do that, you can literally have that piece of content always be valuable on the platform, right? Now, before I cover some of the things that I use on YouTube before we close out here, I want to talk about shorts, right? So quite briefly, the short shelf is its own platform, right? It's integrated into the YouTube app and YouTube desktop interface and everything like that, but it's its own platform. The short shelf is probably one of the most powerful platforms that you can use, right? It's probably one of the biggest growth enhancers for my channel on YouTube. Doing things like remixes, or they call them duets on TikTok, where it's side by side, right? Where it's you, the creator, on this side, or you on this side, or vice versa, whatever it is. You create remixes based on highlighting other creators that are, they can be in your industry. They can be in your industry, but I don't recommend doing remixes or what they call duets on TikTok, doing those with a direct person in your industry, right? If you do that, you do that in the idea of, yes, I'm featuring this person, but I want to highlight the problem they're solving, right? I want to highlight how the problem they're talking about and the solution they talked about, I am actually talking about that, right? I actually talked about that in a previous video on my channel, right? But if you do content like that, you do remixes like that, you do remixes like you do something inspirational, you do something motivational, you do something that adds value to your content, right? And you don't even have to be talking in the video. You can, but you don't have to, right? You could be sitting there and you just, you act like you're agreeing, or if they say something you agree with, you nod your head or whatever it is, right? And people will make fun of you for that, but you don't care, right? Because it's another piece of content that adds value to your message, adds value to your channel, but that will help boost you. Why? Because you're highlighting, however short, in the short shelf, another creator that is at a higher level than you, and their content is more searchable. So when people find their content, guess who else they find? They find your content as well because you featured that person in a short, right? Now, a couple things to remember when you're setting up your shorts, right? As far as your title and description, you also want to make it searchable so people can find it. As I mentioned earlier in the live, you also want to have at least one or two keywords in there, things that are related to your niche, related to your business, related to your industry in the title, but you also want to be using certain hashtags. For most of the videos that I've done for shorts, I make sure and put hashtag shorts. You will find some that I don't put shorts in there. Sometimes I forget, but other times I just have that with the idea that I want to put another more powerful hashtag on there. And you look when you type the hashtag symbol, it'll give you some hashtags suggested. So try a couple of them out. Like we talk on TikTok about 5 hashtags.
I can get up on my tippy toes. Here's a what? It's called the Get Up Tippy Toe.
Hey, what part of be quiet y'all don't understand? Six.
Daddy almost done.
I don't know. Serena, be quiet. Because I'm trying to hear.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, Rhonda? Okay, good. All right. So I was talking about shorts and featuring larger creators in your shorts. You do so because it helps get your platform more visibility and things like that, but you want to make very rare that you do bigger creators. You probably do that maybe once a week, twice a week at that. But motivational, inspirational content, you definitely can do that because that's highly attractive to people. So it'll get your channel more views, it can get you more subscribers and things like that, right? So that's probably one of the biggest things that helped me on either platform in social media. Talking about YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or even TikTok, right? Doing that type of content side by side with other creators that are motivational, inspirational content, it definitely helps growth in general because it's still a feature that YouTube and all the social media platforms push hardcore. So it will be something that's more attractive to people, consumers on the platform, right? So we're gonna do some of the things that I use in my creation, and then we're gonna take some questions. And I'm about to jump off here because I do want to try to see if I can come in to catch an event that I have going on right now, and also I got a couple things to do here. But here's the thing: some of the low cost hardware that I have, like people think that you have to have like the best mic or the best phone or whatever it is, right? You have to have something that works for your style of content, right? Obviously, you want something that has a good camera, right? But you don't have to buy $1,000 iPhone, right? You don't have to buy, like, I remember creating content with my first Samsung, right? And granted, it wasn't the best at the time, but you can use whatever you have to start your journey. And once you're able to gain some more income, gain some more traction, then you can upgrade, right? I've been blessed by God to be able to upgrade some of my stuff and upgrade my equipment, right? But some of them start with really simple. Like, for instance, your sound, it matters a whole lot, right? Like, I have mics, I have condenser mics that I use because I have a podcast and I have other things that I do that require that it's better that you have a more quality sound. But something that's simple and affordable is something like this. Let me see if I can put my screen so y'all can read that. Right? Let me see. Let's flip the screen for a second. Oh, definitely did not mean to flip the camera. Right? I mean not mirroring. Right? So this, or if I could put it up right. I want you guys to see something. You don't have to get it right all of the time. That's what editing is for, right? But you have the idea where you just continue to put the content out because it happens, right? This is a wireless lavalier mic, right? It's literally a mic. I'm gonna take it off so I can show it to you. At the time I bought this, which was probably a couple months ago, and there are mics like this for Android and iOS, so it doesn't matter which one you use, right? So it comes with a connector. It connects to your phone. It goes into the jack. This one's for iPhone. So this one can go into your charger port. It pushes in right there, literally connects up. And then there on the mic, right? It has its own pop filter right there to protect from, the high scratches in your timbre of your voice. But it literally has a button. I don't know if y'all can see that. At the back, you literally turn that on and off. That's that power button, right? You literally push it, right? You turn it on. If it flashes like that, it's pairing to something. Once you plug your the other part of it into your charger port, it goes green, it's connected, right? And you guys have heard me do videos with this. It has a clip on the back here. You can literally clip it to your shirt like this or clip it over here, right? So you have a more quality sound and it will make a difference, right? This was like $50, honestly. Like, I think like $50, if I'm not mistaken, right? Well, I know I bought this for $50. So that's something low cost that you can do to give yourself and your content more quality sound, right? Get yourself a stand. You could literally get a phone stand on Microsoft, on Amazon, right? I got my stand for excuse me, like maybe $30. What I'll do on YouTube, I'll link this in the show notes in the description. I'll link all this stuff in the description so y'all can go ahead and purchase that if y'all want to do that. But you can do these low cost things to be able to set yourself up. The idea is you want people to be able to hear you, like Rhonda demonstrated earlier, right? You want people to be able to hear you clearly and understand what you're saying. So having a higher quality audio will definitely help. Don't go out, if you're just starting on YouTube and you're just starting to get your money up and stuff like that, don't go out there and buy condensers and all this stuff and buy, soundboards and all that stuff. That comes later, right? And you can go on YouTube and find some of the good ones. I actually got a oh my gosh, what is it? A sound card. I got a sound card with sound effects and all that kind of stuff. I got it really cheap on Temu. Um, for like maybe $50. And it comes with the sound card and it comes with a condenser mic that you see podcasters have. So you have that dedicated mic right there. Or you could just, skip that and get the lavalier mic if you're just low on funds right now. Because I understand everybody has a journey, everybody has not gotten there yet. So you can definitely start there, right? That's ways you can level up your content quality without having to spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, right? You can have editors, like you can use editors like CapCut, which start free, and even the pro version, I think it's a pro version, it's like maybe 20 to 25 bucks. I got to check again like that, but I'll let you guys know. You guys know I talk about CapCut a lot, but you can use CapCut to edit your videos, right? And it's very low cost. It even starts free, so you can continue to create. But as you grow as a content creator, you're going to need to invest, and that's one of the low cost investments. I mentioned Canva before. Canva you can create for free, and you can upgrade to the pro if you so choose, and you have need for that, then you upgrade, right? But one of the major things I want to tell you guys about as far as software for your YouTube journey that will help guide you in your YouTube journey and really help me is being able to use things like TubeBuddy, so like Tube, like TVTUBE, TubeBuddy, TubeBuddy.com, and also vidIQ, like video, VIDIQ, right? TubeBuddy and vidIQ are probably one of the most helpful tools that I can recommend to you in your YouTube journey because it helps you learn about optimization, learn about which keywords work, which hashtags work, how competitive hashtags and keywords and certain titles and niches and things like that teaches you all of that. Plus, it gives you guidance in both platforms, and you can actually download the Google extensions. You can go to the Google Play Store or go to the Google Store and get those extensions. Remember, vidIQ and TubeBuddy. I'll also put on YouTube. I'll also put the links to those in the description so y'all can have access to them. All right, guys, a couple minutes and I'll take some questions and we'll have to get off here. But any questions, guys? Any questions so far? Let me unmirror this camera here. Right? Any questions, guys? Any questions? Daily Pay with Paula. Thank you so much for joining, Paula. I appreciate that. All right. So, let's see. All right, guys, so no questions so far. I've gone through quite a lot today. So if you guys want to catch more information, definitely make sure you are following me on social media. You can follow me at Mr. Millionaire Insight. Make sure you follow me on TikTok and turn on your notification bell so you know when I go live or when I post a video so you can stay abreast of what's going on with Millionaire Insight LLC and what we are offering so far. Guys, you can also click the subscribe button up here if you're on TikTok, or click subscribe down to the bottom if you're on YouTube, because it definitely helps move the channel forward, and it helps you maintain contact with us here at Millionaire Insight to be able to get the content. I myself post every single day on YouTube, so you can find me in shorts or on long form content. I usually put my TikTok lives in a playlist on my YouTube channel. I also have a series on YouTube talking about the science of online marketing. You definitely need to check that out. I go from step one to be able to create the life you want to, using the process to set up and scale your social media so you can have that in place, and the steps you need to take. It's a 10-part series, so make sure it's still there. I'm still keeping it there. I'm thinking of keeping it there probably till the end of October, and then it'll become exclusive content for my subscribers on my Patreon. You can also support my channel on Patreon at patreon.com/millionaire insight. It's $5 to start. You can literally start for $5. If you want to join for free, I think we also have that option as well, where you can get, some of the videos that I've posted on different platforms. But if you want to support the vision, it's definitely very, very low cost to support the channel. So make sure you guys take care of the options. If you want to find out what I do for a living, how I make content, how I was able to turn that content into a full-time income, go up here, put your email, in the link in the bio. After you click the Linktree link, put your email in. You'll get an email from me about the digital blueprints that I promote and how we use this 2-hour day process to replace my income and to build a life that I am proud to say that I help people achieve as well. All right, guys, any more questions before I jump off here? Going once, going twice. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. I do my best to do subscriber lives every week. So if you're a sub already and you want to suggest another topic, you can definitely DM me on Instagram, or if you're in my community, you can DM me inside the community to suggest a topic that you'd like me to cover in my next subscriber live. Make sure you subscribe early because you want to get set so when I go live, you can actually stay for the entire program. Right, guys? So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your day and to impart some wisdom to you. Hope you have a good YouTube journey. If you have questions, definitely get in touch with me on social media, and we will see you guys next time. Until next time, live life, love God. See you when I see you. Peace.